Most of us can show energy and enthusiasm and throw ourselves into a project at the beginning. We have a goal, we work towards it, it's all really exciting. I recently did a 0 to 5K, couch to 5K running program to get back into my running after my second pregnancy. I then did a 5 to 10K, and first of all, I should say neither of these were easy to begin with. But the hardest part, apart from showing up day in, day out over those programs, which was already tough, but at least I had the focus, the hardest part has then been maintaining that consistently over time. What do I do now? I don't want to, well, I'd love to, but I don't feel I have the time right now to train to a half marathon and then a marathon. That's maybe in the future again, but not right now. So maintaining it, just showing up to maintain that fitness is much harder. It's not as exciting, it's not as sexy. And yet that's exactly what I need to do in order to maintain the fitness and then have that base to be able to jump off again if I did want to do a half marathon or marathon, which I will want to do next year and beyond. And it's the same thing in business. It's easier to work towards a big deadline. I've got this launch, hooray, it's so exciting. I'm doing a webinar, I'm doing a live challenge or whatever, I've created this amazing thing, website live, hooray. And then actually it's the hard work that comes after that. It's the consistent action taking, the showing up every day and being present on social media, making the connections, pitching, reaching out, making proposals and so on. That's the less sexy kind of dreary work. And we all like to aspire to this idea that we love our business and that's what we're trying to achieve. That's what we're designing and building a business that we do love, that we enjoy and that we find fulfilling. But let's face it, a little bit less fulfilling and enjoyable to keep doing the same thing over and over. Now, there are a number of things that need to be on our calendars every week. Of course, everybody has a different business. We all have different strategies that we're following. Hopefully we should be in order to get to our definition of success. But there are certain things that need to be on our diary every week. And let's start with the first one, actually delivering the service to your client or customer, right? So client delivery and support. Assuming you have clients, assuming you're at least a little bit into your business, assuming you have a viable business, you are designing something, you are writing something, you are coaching someone, you're consulting, you're advising, whatever service you're delivering. And of course, that needs to be on your calendar. If you're not doing that, if you're only doing all the videos and podcasting and speaking and so on, that's great to build awareness at the beginning, but ultimately we're trying to get clients here. And if we're not serving our clients, servicing our clients, then there's something wrong, right? So that always needs to be on our calendar pretty much every week, if not every day. We need to be actually doing the work that we're getting paid to do. Then, of course, and here I am as an example, creating content that's going to build your brand, that needs to be on consistently. Now, I batch my content creation, so I'll look ahead. I've got my themes for November. I'm talking about these topics, and every week I've got a topic. I do my video, my podcast, and so on. I change my top to make it look like it's a different day, right? There are some little hacks, but that content creation block needs to be there consistently. If I suddenly stop showing up, you might not notice right away, but over weeks and months, that inconsistency would really break the trust that we have, break the relationship, and would stop building the brand that I'm building that awareness and bringing people into my business. So content creation, and then of course, content promotion or scheduling to get that content out there. It's not enough just to film things. I need to actually put it out there. And of course, I have someone to help me do that. Now, what else needs to be on your calendar? Well, tune in to this week's podcast episode. It's live today. Search Reimagining Success podcast search Reimagining Success, I think is enough on your favorite podcast app, or you can go to reimaginingsuccesspodcast.com to listen to the website. I'm going to go through 10 things, I need both hands, 10 things that need to be on your calendar every single week, if not every single day, and you can then look at actually blocking these. I'm not giving you an exact percentage of how much time you should spend on each, because that's down to you as the business owner and the nature of your business. Of course, we can chat about that if that's something you're not quite sure about how to do. But I hope you find this list of 10 things really helpful. Check your calendar, review where you are spending your time, and make sure that you are dedicating enough time to each of these, because if not, that's probably why your business isn't working quite as well as it should be or you want it to be. So check out Reimagining Success, reimaginingsuccesspodcast.com. I'll see you there. Thank you so much.